If you are a business owner or a freelancer that want to build N8 automation that client can actually modify themselves in 2025, this video is for you. I've discovered that one of the biggest pain points in our industry is the client constantly asking for small update and tweak to the AI automation. And I would know this because I have actually helped so far 850 people with the AI automation journey. After all those projects, I've actually came with a simple method that allow the user to modify, and this is actually very important, dynamically the output of the AI automation. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate and show you the thought process and also going step by step on how I build this system. So you can deliver more value to your client while spending less time supporting them. No more Slack, no more Teams, WhatsApp, Telegram, etc, etc. All right, so we are now actually in N8. I'm going to quickly show you basically this automation called a rapid API, and I'm actually asking Zillow for some information about property, and I'm actually pushing this into an Airtable. So here's the Airtable. In this case, I'm putting the address, I'm asking for the description, the price, and the way like this button, run automation, is actually what I used in order to, if you don't have actually an Airtable paid account, you don't have access to automation over there. So in this case today, we're just gonna use the run automation button, but basically if you are on a paid plan, you can actually use the automation within Airtable to call your webhook. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you actually how this looks like, the current market standard for building. So basically majority, 80% of the people may put 80, 90%, 95% maybe are actually currently building a flat approach, meaning it's not actually dynamic. That means that every time a client wants to actually extract some other information, add another column, you actually are receiving a WhatsApp message saying, hey, could you please, it's a quick update, like it's a very small, can you actually just please update this? And I'm going to go through. So basically, this is me of putting the base ID and the table ID just for setup and simplicity. The blueprint will actually be also available in the school community if you wanted to, and so why I built it this way. So you can actually just literally, for the sake of testing, you can actually just remove and put your base ID and table ID. So I'm gonna click on this over there. I'm getting the record. Okay, so this is the record coming from the record ID of the table itself. So in this case, this is nothing more than just return me basically everything that's are available in the Airtable currently. So in this case, pricing is missing. I'm making then actually an HTTP request. I'm extracting the results, right? So basically, this code node over there return everything from the Zillow API, from Rapid API, and actually output this into a single text that I can then feed into my LLM. So in this case, the LLM, I'm saying to him, okay, you are an helpful assistant. Help me extract the information required from the API response, and here's the response. So, and basically this is actually how the response looks like. This is the reason why I said this is the current market standard of building. Basically, you have to go through required specific output, and then you need to actually update or modify or create a Johnson example. So in this case, if your client is saying, can you please do a small update? That means that you have to modify the output to actually match the requirement, and then update the Airtable column ID to actually output the information to your Airtable. So if I'm running this now, as you see, I'm gonna call actually Gemini. I'm actually outputting this over there. So this actually, the output is a description over there. The price is this. Now I can go ahead, everything is in green. I can go ahead and press play. All right, and obviously this is the point as well. If you see here, I have actually column outdated. If I actually refresh this, now I don't have the column over there. So now I can actually do and actually output this information to Airtable. So on top of having to actually obviously update your output parser, you also have to actually make sure that the column is actually mapped properly. And now if I go through, I have actually the pricing is actually 160K for this property over there. I'll show you again if I wanted to now, if the client want to go and insert information, like let's say amount of bedroom, single line of text. Now you have actually column bedroom. This now become outdated. The Airtable become outdated over there. I need to refresh this. And now somehow I have to go to my parser, modify this, and then output this into the Airtable. So as you see, it's a very flat, very linear type of approach, not very dynamic. So if we move to, I'm gonna move to the second blueprint. If we go through the recent update and what's actually currently trending on YouTube. By the time of the recording, February 26, you have a lot of topic trending as we speak, where basically with the recent N8 update, very nice update, you now have access within the tools, you now have access to define automatically by the model, right? So basically this is under the hood, it's a from AI built-in function. It was actually released a couple of weeks ago that now actually becoming even more easier to deploy by actually pushing this little expression button, this little sparkle icon over there. So now if I go through this, I have actually here bedroom. So I've actually added bedroom. I'm just gonna go here. This table again. So I'm gonna go through as we speak. Let's do this. Let me actually now run this fully, and I'm gonna actually show you how this looks like. If I'm testing this workflow, again the same. So basically I'm doing the same. So setup, I'm getting the record. I'm actually getting the HTTP request, and the HTTP request from Rapid API looks like this. I'm just passing the Johnson address of the property, and it returned me this information over there. Now I'm actually asking this information to the AI agent, and again the same. If the client has actually messed up with your database over there, your table over there, you're gonna have this error over there. So basically you're gonna receive right now, you're gonna receive a WhatsApp message saying, hey Quentin, the automation doesn't work. You have to go through the whole automation, understanding what's happening. Potentially the client has actually added a new column. So I'm gonna go refresh the page. I have actually now this column being actually updated, and I can then actually now run this one more time and go back to my AI automation. Now I have actually somehow the bedroom being actually extracted. Still, it's actually good. However, it's not as dynamic as the client wants. The client still have to go through you and asking you, hey Quentin, can you do an update? Sure, it's an upsell point for sure, yes, but it's actually another ping that you might receive, and you might actually be busy or might not be actually behind the computers, and so the user experience might actually be a little frustrating every time they want to do a slight modification. I'm gonna show you on this. I'm gonna delete this one for the last one, and I'm gonna show you how we can actually run this dynamically. I'm gonna actually leave it like this. I'm gonna disable this. I'm gonna activate my webhook, and now the way we build this, and I said the new way of building in 2025 basically is by using metadata. I'm gonna go and explain what's a metadata, but basically we are taking the metadata from Airtable in this case, and now the client has a way to actually add. See over there, I have actually a little icon with a little information. So basically if I edit the field, I have the name of the column called description, and the description is actually basically the prompt. I'm actually prompting what I want, so the client can prompt what he's looking for to extract from the document and actually return this information automatically. I'm gonna quickly show you the demo. So right now, if I'm actually calling this, the same happened. I'm gonna go through all of the nodes. I just wanted to do the demo. And now if I go here, as you see, I have actually the price that's actually being returned. Now, let's say the client wants to return. I'm gonna actually insert right, and you want to return the amount of bedroom. It's gonna be a single line at description. Now I have actually bedroom being returned over there. I'm gonna trigger the automation as well. So basically, by the way, this run automation is just a concatenate of actually the webhook plus the record ID. So now if I go to my execution over there, I have actually an execution ongoing as we speak. That should actually be done right now. Yes, it's done. As you see, bedroom being returned 3. Let's take this approach. Let's take this up and copy this to the debugger. And now I can see. So I'm gonna go through each node and I'm gonna show you. So I'm actually obviously getting the information from the get record from the webhook. So I'm passing the record ID from the webhook itself to return the information for the column itself. I'm making then an API call. Obviously, this is an API call from Rapid API from Zillow. Return me actually all the information about it's a query search based property address search. I'm then getting the table meta. That's actually a very, very important. This is the core concept over here. I'm getting the table meta, and you can do that in Airtable. You can also do that in NoCodeDB potentially, and Baserow. Baserow for sure. I've seen that before. This is actually being done. Jim was actually using it as well for Baserow. So basically, meta based, and then I can return I'm returning the ID, the base ID, and the slash table. Over there, it returned me all those information. You see, I have actually fields over there. If I go to fields, I can now return the description for each column. So basically, I have a column called description, and I have the description called description of the property. So in this case, if I wanted to price, give me the price of the property. So I have this information being extracted over there. Now, what I want to do is I want to extract this description. So I'm extracting just this code node is actually just to extract from the meta table, just extract the information that I can then loop through, and so split out first and then going through the loop. In this case, I'm going through the loop. I'm having this code node return basically just compile everything in a single output that I can feed to the LLM. And the magic happen here is that I can now and say, okay, you are an helpful assistant. Help me extracting the information required from the API response, and I'm giving the API response, and then data to extract, and then I'm going through the data to extract over there. Because it's actually, I'm looping through the entire information, I can extract any information that I wanted to. So basically, this is the prompt. Like if I'm looking through at the bottom, data to extract, give me the pricing of the property. Now I'm actually going to manually output the value returned by the LLM. And again, the LLM is very, very like the system prompt. It says the following: you are a helpful extractor. Your role is to extract information from the provided API response. Be sure and only extract information requested, nothing else. Very important piece of information here. I don't want the sure, like the typical AI response. Sure, here is the information requested. I just want the value itself. That's actually what this prompt is doing. And if you cannot find information, please return information not found. Very, very important over there. Like if we just don't want any hallucination, right? So if the information is not available on hand from the API, just don't output anything. Now, second magic happening, I'm actually doing an API call to Airtable, because obviously if I go plus and I go to Airtable and I say update record, I'm still actually I need to actually map the column. If you map the column, this is not dynamic. So this is why I'm doing an API call to Airtable. And basically what I'm passing, I'm calling that's actually very simple. I'm actually calling the API or the base ID / table ID / record ID. And then I'm using actually Johnson stringify. So I'm stringifying, I don't know if this is a word, but I just invented it. So I'm stringifying the output. So in this case, in order to make an API call and to update dynamically, I need to call price and I need to actually update the value. I'm gonna show you the reason why I came with this is that I used this a lot in make.com, and before make.com was actually an Airtable is taking a lot of time. So when you have an automation that has actually, I don't know, 50 Airtable update, guarantee is gonna take a lot of your time to actually just wait for the system to call this information. So basically making an API call allow you to actually output a Johnson and say, I want to update those fields, and here's the field name is called price, and then the value that I want to output over there. And then I'm actually looping through for the amount of time, the amount of object I have. So in this case, split of 2, right? Description and price. I'm gonna do another demo. I'm gonna go through step by step. I'm gonna add it over there one more time. So I want now to have actually insert right bathroom. I'm gonna go to description. I'm gonna create it over there. So basically one more time, I'm gonna run this now one by one, manually speaking. So I'm gonna call the setup. I'm gonna go to the Airtable get record. So now on the get record over there, we're gonna have actually the information from the Airtable itself. Then I'm making an API call over here. So I'm gonna call this one more time. I'm gonna pin this data as well so I don't actually burn my API. I'm actually going to extract the table meta, so from Airtable over there. So as you see, I have actually the description. Now I have the price. I have the bedroom that I added before, and now the bathroom, how many bathroom available. Now I can go and actually extract the description only. So in this case, I'm just returning a field with all the field available for all the information available from Airtable. Okay, description, price, bedroom, and bathroom with the description itself. So if there is nothing about the description, so as you see here, I don't have address, right? Address, I didn't actually edit field. I didn't add a description over there. So now I'm actually splitting this out. So in this case, I have actually description, price, bedroom, bathroom again. Now I'm going through loop over there. I'm gonna go and extract the API. So over there is just an API way of me getting the information. So it's a single output where I have all the information from the API. Now I'm going through the LLM. So the basic LLM over there. So it's going through the LLM. Now I'm actually going to extract the value. So in this case, the value is the description over here. And now I can actually update the column over there. And obviously it doesn't work because it's actually inside the loop. So now if I go through fully, I'm going to show you over there, I'm going to loop through and update actually the column. So as you see here, bedroom, now 3, and the bathroom is going to be updated over there. So I have actually available 2 bathroom in this property. And here you have it, your N8 automation that actually follow your customer needs or requirement automatically without you being pinged. This has been such a big upsell on my side. Like this is becoming a selling point at this stage for my AI automation business, where I'm actually guaranteeing my customer some actually flexibility in the automation. So there you have it, a step-by-step complete guide on how to build a flexible N8 automation in 2025 that client can modify themselves without having to ping you and wait for your inputs. This approach has literally saved me countless of hours and has now become one of my major selling points for my AI automation business. This video just covered the core framework that I've developed after working with hundreds of business owners. But there's obviously a lot more details that goes into it, otherwise the video would be a 2-hour long. A lot more details I couldn't fit in a single video. If you want to get close-up guidance on how to build not 1 but 4 fully operational AI automation that sell for way over $1,000 within 30 days and be surrounded by like-minded people who are easily making 5 figures a month, click on the first link in the description below. Or if you want my framework from $0 to $50,000 with AI automation business, watch this video above. Thanks for coming, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.